What's going on, YouTube? We are back with another video. Now, I know what you guys are gonna say. Dude, you say you love this shit and you say you're never gonna stop, but you didn't post yesterday. I am sorry. Guys, I'll be honest with you. Life is just, sometimes it's hard, man. You already know what's up. And I've been busy, man. I've been out here working. And I was not able to post yesterday, but I'm posting today before I go to work. Yesterday was my day off. I had a great fucking day off. I got a lot done. So, yeah, we're gonna start it up. But before we get into the video, you already know what time it is, baby. Busch Light, the tall way. Before you go to work, huh? Before you go to work, before I go to work, man. You know we're good, bro. So, cheers. It's a beautiful day today. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. A little chilly, but such a good day. Well, today I've been doing a project around the house. Been doing a little upgrade on the retaining wall that we have. The back retaining wall. I got two of them at the house. One in the front, one in the back. Just finished up doing the back retaining wall. Velo 9 milligram baby, the peppermint. Already got one in, but y'all already know. Anyway, yeah, doing these retaining walls today, man. Just wanted to kind of invest into the house a little bit. Like to do that every spring, you know, spruce up outside, clean up the debris, trim up any bushes or trees, and mulch. Usually, I don't think we're gonna mulch this year. We may later on, but right now we're doing the retaining walls, and that's what I want to talk about is retaining walls. So I made a video a couple videos ago about my job in Austin, Texas. And I was going to Austin, Texas to build a retaining wall for a highway. And it didn't work out. You guys already know. But whenever I got back into my hometown after all that shit happened, I got a job doing landscaping for this guy. He's a good man. And I worked for him for about a year and a half. Did everything from mowing, weed eating, tree clearing, limbs, debris, you know, snow plowing, and just all sorts of outdoor things, which I love doing. I love to be outdoors, even when it's hot, even when it's cold. I mean, you know, you got to know how to dress accordingly to what you're going to be working in. And I've always loved it. I grew up in Missouri. We had a 100-acre farm. And I used to go there, and my grandma, she had a 30-pack every day. 30 pack of guess what? Busch fucking Light. And we would just chop down trees, build fires. It was just an amazing time. And so anyway, I love to be outdoors, and I got that landscaping job with this guy. And, you know, I was mowing yards for a couple months. The summertime was a big thing. We had some high-end properties, and we had a nice little route. We did about 80 properties in a week. So we constantly just rotated through these properties. And at the end of the summer, the grass started to stop growing because we were going through a bit of a drought, and we moved on to retaining walls. And I had never got to build a retaining wall before. Even though I had that job in Austin, Texas to build a major retaining wall, I never got to do it. So, whenever I started working for him, I never even knew it'd be a part of it. But, yeah, so at the end of the summer, we started moving into these more construction-based projects. I loved it. Guys, if you've done hard labor before and you know what a retaining wall is, if you know how to build them and build them correctly, you know it's not easy, especially if you're using big blocks. Now, residential neighborhoods use smaller blocks. They're usually about, 15 to 20 pounds a piece, but on major scale industrial walls, if you want to use it for like infrastructure or holding back mudslides or stuff like that for your property if you live on a hill, You may want it for the actual house, but a lot of people use them just to kind of keep like major walls of debris, dirt usually, sometimes rock wherever you live, back. That way it doesn't flood onto the property if you get a major flood or high winds, which where I live, it's pretty common in the spring and summertime. And so yeah, I got into building these retaining walls, man, using these big fucking blocks, about like 90 to 100 pounds each, these massive retaining wall blocks. Built probably 10 with him before I got laid off during the winter season, and I loved it. And man, you want to talk about making some money. If you can do a retaining wall good, and if you have a fucking work ethic, if you have the wherewithal to be able to do it, and the tools. I mean, you need some serious machinery sometimes, excavators and skid steers. If you have the capital to put up, these retaining walls are not inexpensive to be done right. But guys, man, do they make a property pop? They just make it look so good, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today on my property. Just kind of upgrading my back of the house, and when I get done with this video, I'm actually going to finish doing that, and I'm going to move to the front, get a couple laid, see how it looks, and probably lay some pavers, but I'm not going to use them as a walkway. I'm going to use them as a outline to a flower bed. I'm going to see how it looks. I got a couple different colors and a couple of different styles of blocks, and we're just gonna see how it looks, man. But hey, I wanted to make this video because I love working outdoors. I love to work with my hands. It's a big trade craft, and like I said, if you guys do blue collar work and you love that shit, you already know how fulfilling the work can be, especially if you live a mundane life. Now I do have to go to work here in just a couple of hours and wash dishes, so fucking it makes me want to lick the end of a gun barrel, you know what I'm saying? But we got the Busch Light to get us through it, y'all. There's nothing wrong with having a fucking beer every once in a while. Me, every day. Sometimes, you know, I haven't taken days off here and there after I got sick, but I love this shit, and I ain't never gonna stop. I ain't never gonna stop working. I ain't never gonna stop making these videos, y'all. I love this shit. I love you guys. Drop what you do in the comments for work. Whatever you do, I'm totally interested in that shit. I don't care what you do for work. Drop it in the comments and let's have a conversation. Because at the end of the day, here's the thing. I ain't never met a man or a woman, to be honest. I've never met anybody that made too much money. You know, you always hear about people needing money. So, I never met anyone that made too much money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cheers, y'all. Well, that being said, I better get back to work. I just wanted to go ahead and post a video. Sorry for missing yesterday. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.